Hey you guys, welcome back. You might notice that I'm not driving my 911, but it looks pretty similar to my 911. It's black on the outside, it's tan on the inside. It is my new 2011 Porsche Cayman. Cayman? Wait, no. Cayenne. It's my Porsche Cayenne. I've made that mistake twice today. Why am I driving a Cayenne? I literally just a couple of months ago did a video comparing the Jeep Grand Cherokee to the Cayenne, driving all the way to Chicago to check them out, to come home and decide not to trade it in. Well, I've had a shocking couple of weeks. I was involved in a pretty nasty car accident in my Grand Cherokee 2 weeks ago. And I've not been doing a lot since, apart from shaking every now and again, playing over the moment of impact over and over again in my head. So, I mean, all joking aside, it was a little nasty, but thankfully no one was hurt, and my Jeep was totaled. And now I'm driving around in my, my new daily driver, which I'm pretty excited about. So first things first, the crash. Went to Chicago on a business trip. It was the day or two after we had like a 3-day blizzard. The roads were completely clear. The sun was out. I had a great road trip to Chicago, did my meetings, stayed overnight. Next day, mid-morning, driving home. It went from blue skies and plain sailing to black clouds and ice rain. I was on a motorway, interstate, whatever, that was 70 mile an hour limit. The traffic kind of naturally slowed down to about 60, sort of 55. Visibility wasn't great, and so I backed off the cars in front. I must have had a good, I would say even 10 car lengths between me and the car in front. I really was trying to take it easy. Visibility was getting a bit sketchy, so the car in front I could just about see, like maybe 100 meters in front of me, or 100 and something yards. I noticed that it hit the brakes, it kind of bumped a little bit, and then it just started to spin out, and I was in the outside lane, it was in the outside lane. I immediately started to slow down, not wanting to slam on because the road was pretty dicey. There was a car to my right, there was a car behind me. I couldn't go anywhere apart from slow down. This car span, it hit the central reservation, debris kind of went everywhere. Before I knew it, I had debris under my car, and it took out my both drivers' wheels, my front wheel, my rear wheel, blew out immediately. It even broke my rear suspension, so I don't know what the hell I drove over, but it cracked. And so my Jeep went onto its side slightly, started to turn into the central reservation. I just about managed to keep it straight. So as I went into the central reservation, the concrete divider, I was going about 45, 50 miles an hour, and managed to slam sideways into the concrete and skid along the concrete. God knows what would have happened if I'd have been head on. And so that was it. Jeep total, done for. They towed me to some town in the middle of Illinois. I don't even remember the name. They put me in a rental. They kept the Grand Cherokee for a few days, and I got a call from the insurance company saying it had been totaled. If you check out some of the photos I'll post on this, or will have already posted on this little segment, you'll see. Now the damage doesn't look that severe, and I, thank my lucky stars that the Jeep was as rock solid as it was. But both wheels were completely screwed. The front quarter panel screwed, rear quarter panel screwed, and that suspension as well, just completely buggered. So they weren't going to fix it, unfortunately. But the insurance company were great. Big shout out to them. They got me in a rental and back on the road within like 2 hours. And then I drove 5 hours through another blizzard. But I was in an F-150, and it was awesome. I nearly bought myself an F-150 based on how good it was driving back like that. Man, yeah, what a couple of days. Anyway, long story short, for the past 4 or 5 days, I've been figuring out my options. You know, do I stick with the Jeep? Do I get something different? I test drove a couple of Grand Cherokee Limiteds, a couple of Overlands, but I thought, you know, I'm going to put in a few extra pennies and sort of trade up a little bit. So I thought, you know, I'm just going to see what's out there on the Porsche side of things. Figuring I quite like the newer model Cayennes. And what do you know? The local dealer, one of the local dealers near me in Minneapolis, had this black and tan 2011 Cayenne in my price range, ready to go, one owner, full service history. The car it's like a brand new car. I've never seen a used car in such good condition. I mean, apart from, I think, the bum side of the bolster here on the chair, you can tell there's a little bit of wear, but not very much. It's immaculate. The interior is spotless. Relatively low mileage for a 2011. You know, 50,000 miles less than my Grand Cherokee at least, which was also 2011. The exterior is in mint condition. I think there's one tiny little scratch in the clear coat, which can be buffed out. But other than that, it's good to go. Now, I mean, I'm so excited. It's awesome. But I feel a little douchey having two Porsches, both black, both tan. But fuck it, I really don't care. I'm so excited to be driving this car. It's 4-wheel drive. It'll be good enough in the snow. It's only the base, but this base, I nearly said Cayman again, this base Cayenne is just beautiful. Loads of options, great interior, really nice updates to the exterior that they made with this third generation, I think it's third generation Cayenne. So yeah, super happy. Yeah, rock and roll. Well, so now I've got two cars to play with. I've already started, as you can imagine, thinking about the little things I'd like to tweak on this car. It's black and tan. I'd love to hear from you guys. Should I paint the calipers yellow so that I've got a black and tan yellow caliper 911 and Cayenne? God, I'm gonna have to stop doing that. Sorry, Cayman fans out there. That's one thing. It's only got 18-inch rims, I think, 18-inch rims on this. I really like the turbo look 21s or 22s, so that is potential. As far as the exterior goes, I think it looks great. There's no need for the Cayenne aero kit. $4,000, no, I don't need to do that. What would be super helpful though is putting on a backup camera. So I'm going to be doing that myself. You can get the backup cam and all the wiring harness, etc., that you need for about $500 if you look on eBay. There are a couple of local American suppliers that do it for about $700. There are a couple of YouTube videos out there show how you do it yourself. It looks relatively straightforward if you don't mind a bit of fiddling with wires and taking out the control unit. But we'll see. So I haven't made any strides with my 911 after putting on the aero kit on the front. The past couple of weeks I've been so shaken up by this crash, besides just sort of, you know, trying to survive day to day, be a dad, be a husband, and do my job, figuring out what to do with the car has been, you know, last on my list of priorities. But now I'm feeling better and I'm driving the car. It's now time to have a bit of fun. So if you've got any suggestions for what I should do, and don't tell me to take the Cayenne back, because it's not going back, feel free to call me a soft lad for having two cars that are both black and tan. Honestly, I don't care. And it's probably justified. But any ideas and suggestions for what I could be doing to help refine this bald eagle? There's a bald eagle up there. I hope my exterior cam got that. That is so cool. I'll have to check that out. Anyway, yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.
Can I kick it? ticket.